Maryland is going to be experiencing a winter storm today, tomorrow, and possibly early Thursday. Let's get into it. On your screen now is the HRRR model. Let's just run this and then we'll go over it more in depth. So as you can see, the snow system enters Maryland and it stays in parts of Maryland or all of Maryland until uh, late to or mid Wednesday. And this is where we'll stop it. But then we could also see some rain late Wednesday night, early Thursday, probably like 10 p.m. Wednesday all the way through early morning Thursday. So snow is expected to enter around Garrett County, Cumberland area, roughly around 10 a.m. And then by then the whole state will have at least some snowfall at some period of time, roughly around 7 p.m. tonight. And then things start to kick up a little more, and we could see some sleet, some freezing rain possibly throughout the southern counties, southern cities in the state, all the way through. Fragments of snow could be seen all the way through Wednesday around noon, but most of the state will be free of snow, probably around 9 a.m. ish, 10 a.m. late morning, very early afternoon. But around noon, that is where we could see all the snow being gone, snowfall being gone. This is the GFS model. So this just shows snow entering Maryland around roughly the same time, 10 a.m. today. And then that just leaves around 4 a.m. Friday, at least the big chunk of it, this part. But you can still see some fragments of snow all the way into mid Wednesday, around noon. And then we could see some rain. This is what I was talking about earlier, Thursday. Some freezing rain possible for those higher elevations in the Appalachians. And that should take us through early Thursday morning, probably around 12 a.m. to 8 a.m. You can see some rain. And then, yeah, so this is the wind chill. So this is just going to show how cold it is outside. As you can see, I'll go slower for the next 48 hours. Roughly high 20s, might see a mid 20 to like 24 to 30 degrees. And then at nighttime, you can see low 20s, possibly some teens. And then after Thursday or into Thursday, we can go above freezing. We can see some temperatures as high as 40 across the state. And then Thursday night into Friday, we can see some low teens, possibly some single digits. So it's going to be cold. That's why the snow is probably going to stick. But we're also supposed to see some rain afterwards, so that will obviously affect that. Next, I wanted to show you total snowfall. So for this, I have 3 different models. I have 2 different total snowfall accumulation. So that's just the total snowfall we'll get, and then one for snow depth at a given time. So that is if we get 3 inches and then it melts 1 inch, it'll show 2 inches at any given time. So we'll just run this through. This is when the main part of the snow, the first wave stops or goes through, and you can see parts down south, you can see parts upwards of a foot. As you get more north, that goes to 8 inches, 7 inches, 5 inches, all the way down to 3 inches. Most of the state should see 3 inches, 3 inches or more. The central to southern part of the state will see more, or it's expected roughly around 7 to 12 inches. But then if you go up north around Baltimore County, Cumberland, you'll see like 3. Garrett County, some parts will see 1 to 3. But But yeah, around the ocean, you can see Ocean City might actually get upwards of 6 to 8 inches of snow, so possibly even more. Let's look at the second model. This just shows the same thing, but it's a different model, so it's going to show different numbers, but still similar numbers. This just shows roughly 12 inches is the highest. The other one was like 14, but still like 6 to 7 inches central to southern Maryland, 7 plus, roughly 6 to 7 on the shore. And then if you go more north, central, and up, you'll see gradually goes down. So you go 5 inches, and then 4, 3 is you get closer to Pennsylvania. So here's the snow depth. I'll just run this. So this shows very contradicting to what we just saw with the other two models. This shows upwards of like 5 inches at some places, 5 to 6 possibly. And then once that melts, because this is after it melts, or it accounts for melting. So that rain is probably gonna melt the snow a little faster because it's also gonna get warmer. So after Thursday, starting in early Friday, most of the state will have maybe an inch of snow, nothing too major. Upwards of like 2 inches out west in Garrett County. But yeah, nothing too, snow isn't going to be there for a long period of time after it lands. So right now, this is the National Weather Service current hazards. Most of the state is in winter weather warnings. Just refresh this, see if there's any updates. No. Garrett County is actually in a flood watch, so be careful for that. Sorry. Cat. Most of the state is in a winter weather warning, though. Northern states are in winter weather advisories. These could be up to warnings, but we are not. The North is not expected to see as much snow as the southern state or counties, so that is likely to stay the same unless something changes. But yeah, that is your update for the upcoming storm, and I hope you have a good day.